Hello, my friends. It has been a hot minute since we have seen each other. If you do not remember what took place in our last season of our Ituano Youth Academy save, we came that close to being relegated back to Série B. Now, I know I've been gone for a long time. Things happen. A lot of personal stuff. Don't really want to get into it here, but we are ready to pick back up. Now, before I took my little hiatus, we did play through the majority of our season in the Sao Paulo State Championship. We are in Group C. We are currently in second place behind Corinthians. We have one match left to go, and it is Corinthians that we are playing in this one. Tactically, things are pretty much unchanged from where we left them. We do have a change in goal, and that is João Feijão. He is not the greatest, I will admit. He stands at 6'1", only 17 years old, and has plenty of room to grow. Has kept a pair of clean sheets here in the Sao Paulo State Championship, a 6.81. Not terrible, although we have only had one win in our last 5 matches in the competition. But hopefully we're going to be able to get a win against Corinthians, and then we're set to kick off our season in Série A, our third season in the top flight, against Regatas. That is coming up a little bit later in this episode. So it's going to be João Feijão in goal, a back four of Ivan Zinho, still pushing forward on that left side. Souza Silva on the right with João Henrique and Canella as our back two at the center half. It's going to be Igor as our DM offensively, with Edson Jose and Leonardo in the middle, Leonel Torqueta on the right-hand side, Manuel Rodriguez on the left, Gabriel Rezera still with the club and still performing sorta, kinda. He's got 1 goal in 7 total appearances in the competition, but we have been rotating quite a bit. So we are ready to go, and we are set to get into this match. We're taking on Corinthians. It is going to be our final match in the Sao Paulo State Championship. The quarterfinals are set to begin against Corinthians. Now, this is the first match I am playing of this save since the international update came out last month for Football Manager. So, not sure exactly how the team is going to respond. We are in the quarterfinals here of the Sao Paulo State Championship. We are taking on a Corinthians team that did pretty darn well in the competition. But our team is young and hungry. Great ball over the top. Unfortunately, it's going to be a little bit too long for Leon Torqueta. Corinthians coming back the other way. We've played less than a minute of this one. Zyblitz leaves it to João Cruz. Tries to cut up the middle before laying it off to Tinoco. Rodriguez able to track back nicely. João Henrique clears it, but not past Bernal. Tinoco has it. He'll take it in toward the byline. Stops. Puts it into the middle. João Cruz. That will deflect off of one of the defenders. I believe Canella got his body in front of it, which would lead to a Corinthians corner. I apologize if I am a little bit rusty. It has been 4 months since I have commentated a match here in Football Manager. Free kick dealt with pretty easily, but João Cruz looking to recycle it. Dedic carrying up that left wing, taking it deep, laying it in for João Cruz, who puts it past João Feijão to give Corinthians a 1-0 lead 9 minutes into this contest. And we still having an issue with the ball's being put into the middle. In this particular case, I think Igor could have done a better job of standing his ground. He allowed Dedic to get back. Nobody picked up a tracking João Cruz. And Corinthians 2 shots on goal, 1 of them on target, and that one they have made count, but we will have a corner opportunity. Edson Jose looking to chip it in, can't pick out Igor. It's cleared away. Torqueta will bring it back into the edge of the box. Torqueta circling back, cuts it in, throws it across. Edson Jose can't get his foot on it, but it will be another Ituano corner, which unfortunately is not going to lead to anything. Possession so far in this match heavily tilted in favor of the group champions, Corinthians. They are the home side in this match. Now, if we do not win and do not move on in the Sao Paulo State Championship, I am not too fussed about that. To be perfectly honest with you, I really didn't even want to come back with this match at all. Just kind of wanted to blow through the Sao Paulo State. I knew we were going to be okay. Even though we had our struggles last year in Serie A, I knew that in the regional competition, we were going to be just fine, and we weren't going to be at any risk of being relegated out of the group. And since we finished 5th out of the 16 teams, I think that I was pretty much correct on that. João Cruz into the middle. Seablitz will drop it back to Souza. We played 33 minutes and change. Bernal up for Dedic. Seablitz, Dedic in, and João follows João, able to lay out and make the save. It's actually João. I will hopefully remember to get his name right at some point during this season. Now, I do want to say that we are going to be a little bit more sporadic with the episodes. So we're not going to be having a new episode come out each and every day like we were in the past. One that was very ambitious of me with a full-time job. But one of the personal things that has happened is I have taken a new part-time gig. It doesn't officially start for a couple of months, but I have a lot of preparation that needs to be done. It is kind of a lifelong dream. Ivanzinho with a shot in, but Vilsau will see that pretty easily and just scoop that up off of the turf. I believe that was our first shot on target of the match. Ball thrown forward. Seablitz is going to go up in the air. Meanwhile, Gabriel Rosera flicks it ahead, but Perdic will recover for Corinthians. Pedral for Tinoco, looking to move up that right side before dropping it back to De Souza. Back for Tinoco along the near side. Murillo, they're going to try to go through the middle. Igor steps in front of that one. Manuel Rodriguez has a cutting Gabriel Rosera. He's cut off, so he takes a bad shot. And there's really no better way to describe that than being a bad shot. 41 and a half minutes into the first half of this match, and Vilsau will get things started with the goal kick. Hopefully the fact that they're starting so deep will mean that we'll be able to regain control and take it on the counterattack. Please, Football Manager, and thank you. So far, I was going to say so far not so good, but Leonardo steps in front of a pass, and here we go the other way. Lionel Torqueta runs into his man. Little competition with Souza Silva. Into the middle looking for Edson Jose. Can't get his head on it. Igor wins it back. Ivanzinho with the drive from about 22 yards out, and that is going to find nothing but the crowd behind the goal. 6-5 your shots on goal. So far, the only difference is that early goal by Corinthians. It is still 1-0 as we hit the waning moments of this first half. Just 1 minute of stoppage time is going to be added on. Bernal, Dedic tries to get around his man. Souza Silva sticks his leg out. The referee is going to take some pity on him and just give him a warning at this time and not lay out a card. But the highlight is going to continue. João Cruz into the middle, flicked on and easily scooped up by João. And that should just about do it, if I am not mistaken, for the first half. Gabriel Rosera can't win the header deep in Corinthians territory. The whistle blows, and we will take a 1-0 deficit into the break. So far, not a terrible match. Not really a lot that we've done. Let's say it's satisfactory at best. We did get a assistant manager, which is something we were missing at the end of last year. Lionel Torqueta not really doing much on that right wing. So we're going to move Edson Jose back out there because that's just something that we did a little bit toward the end of last season. And we'll bring in William De Silva to get some playing time. So only 45 minutes for Lionel Torqueta in this match. It is going to take me a little bit of time to kind of reacclimate myself to the side. We were kind of rolling fast and furious and hot and heavy ever since the game came out back in November, but things have kind of cooled off. It's been nearly 4 months to the day where I'm recording this since the last episode dropped. In fact, I had to watch it today to refresh my memory as to exactly where we were, because I did play most of the Sao Paulo State Championship right after that last episode. I did fully intend to move on, but unfortunately I had some unexpected health issues and decided that was going to take priority. João Enrique, probably the best opportunity of the match, and it goes a-begging as he sails it over the crossbar. Vilsau, can we win it back deep in the Corinthian zone? Baez looking to play it up the near side. He's got Dedic. In for Bernal with a bit of space. João Cruz, Seablitz back to the goal. João Cruz out wide right for Tinoco. Gets around his man. Puts it into the middle. It will go off of the foot of Ivanzinho and out for a Corinthians corner. We played about 5 minutes of this second half. Pedral not doing a very good job on that corner opportunity as he puts it up over the goal and into touch. Not much of a threat from Corinthians, to be completely honest with you, since the early goings in this match. Unfortunately, not much of a threat from us as well. De Silva playing it ahead. Manuel Rodriguez has got a man to his left, but he's going to cut it inside to the right. Edson Jose leaves it out wide. Souza Silva, but Baez steps in front of it, throws it in front for Dedic. Canella gets there first. Souza Silva along the near sideline. Edson Jose's got 3 men around him, drops it. Souza Silva into the middle looking for Manuel Rodriguez, and his shot is going to deflect off of the defender. It's Pedrao getting his body in front of that, and another Ituano corner and another Ituano corner that we don't do anything with. 64 minutes on the clock. We are going to be looking to make some changes. We are blowing straight through the commentary in this match, which I can tell you now means that it is going to be on the lengthier side of episodes, because we do still have our first match in Serie A. Oh, bad turnover. Tinoco, corner won by Corinthians, and let's see what we can do. Leonardo not playing well. We're going to get Eric is going to come in there. Igor's going to drop back in place of João Enrique, which means João is going to come in at the number 6. And hopefully those changes will be enough. Plenty of time to change this game, although do not have the weight of expectation. Whether we win or lose doesn't really matter. Now, of course, if we do win and move on to the semifinals, then we will bring you that match instead of the beginning of the Serie A season, and we will save that for a later time, but I don't think that's going to happen because Zeblitz with the back post header past João Feijão. We are hoping that it may be offside, but it is not. VAR has upheld the goal. Don't even need to see it again. We've been attacking, which so far hasn't really done much for us, to be perfectly honest with you. It was just a way toward the end of last season for us to kind of try to get on the front foot, because we knew that there were going to be some deficiencies. We've always had trouble with guys trailing into the box. I've just never figured it out. I've tried so hard. I have been playing Football Manager offline, and I've been trying very hard in those matches to try to figure out ways to deal with that. I have not yet come up with a very good solution. Souza Silva is doing not well, and even though he's a right-handed player, let's get Christian Velasquez in there, and let's see, Manuel Rodriguez will come off in place of Astro, and those will be our final changes. We have about 7 minutes plus stoppage time in order to try to get at least one back. I want you guys to see a goal, I want the old Ituano feeling to come on back, when we're just banging them in left, right, and center and getting into the Copa Libertadores in our first top flight season ever. Ivanzinho hands it off to Eric. Oh, he's got a cutting Ivanzinho, and Ivanzinho with the goal. Eric the assist. We still have time. Still 6 minutes and change remaining on the clock in this second half. So I think let's make those tactical changes, which is a shame because we just took off Ivanzinho. No, Ivanzinho's still on there. But that was very good. We're going to go very attacking for this last 5 minutes and what have you for the end of this match. Dedic out wide. Ivanzinho stays with him, wins the ball back. Igor chipping it forward. Gabriel Rosera gets it to De Silva. Rosera over the top. He's got Edson Jose. Edson Jose is a little bit deep, a little bit wide, and a little bit careless with the ball as Baez able to put that out into touch. It will be an Ituano throw-in, which we are not going to get to see. 20% possession is not how we wanted to play this match. In for Feijão, sending it long. Nobody's there but De Souza, but he turns it over. Astro carrying it forward up that left wing. We still have a minute and so before stoppage time. Julio Cesar takes him out, does not pick up the yellow card. I don't understand that. Edson Jose, oh, he sends it across. It looks like it does go off of Will Sal's hands, out for a corner. Edson Jose, that one's low. It'll be cleared pretty easily, and no red jersey there. Zyblitz has it, hands it back off to Carioca, dropping it to Vondro. Antonio Carlos, Vondro near side for Baez, pushing up. Vondro, Baez back to Pudic. Antonio Carlos, Vondro, Zeblitz looking for Aguiar, picked up by Velasquez, sent forward. Gabriel Rezera is there, but he immediately turns it back over to Vondro. 4 minutes of added time. We have played about 45 seconds of that. So still an opportunity to draw even here before the end of the second half if we can put enough pressure on Corinthians to win the ball back. But right now it's not looking that way. Dedic out wide, tracked by Astro, who will take him down. And why do we get the yellow card? Why is it for the exact same play as what happened on the other end, we end up being assessed with the yellow card? And I think that's pretty much going to do it as the Souza waits to take the free kick. We have played all 4 minutes of stoppage time. They've probably added a little bit on for all of the chippy play that has gone on. Julio Cesar up for Dedic. Carioca, Dedic still with it, and there we go, the final whistle. Corinthians holding on to a 2-1 victory. Now, while the plan is to get the stink of last season off of our bodies, it may be an uphill climb because the media prediction is out for the Serie A season, and we are not only in dead last, we are 2,000 to 1 to win the league. We have the longest odds that I have seen in a very long time. And I'm pretty sure the longest odds we have ever had in this save. That being said, it has always been our job to overachieve. Oh, of course this had to happen. I literally just named Igor as our club vice captain. And he goes out for like the 5th or 6th time to a bar the night before, stays out late, breaks his curfew, and is now not available for our season opener at Clube de Regatas, Brazil. I think we're going to need to strip him of the vice captaincy, and as much as it pains me to do so, I think we may need to just move on from Igor. So Paolo Alexandre, who admittedly did not see a lot of playing time in the Sao Paulo State Championship, is our new vice captain, and Igor I just put on our reserve team because right now I can't look at his face. So here is how we are going to line up for our first match on the road in Serie A for this season. João Falcão is going to once again be in goal. A back four of Ivanzinho, João Enrique, because Canella is injured. He's going to miss the next couple of weeks. Carlau is back in as well because, Igor not available. Souza Silva is going to be our right back. It's going to be João at the base of the midfield behind Lionel Torqueta and Leonardo. Leonardo looking to build upon the fantastic season he had last year. It is going to be Manuel Rodriguez as usual on the left-hand side. Edson Jose slotting in on the right wing, and Arisvaldo Pereira will be leading the line as our striker this afternoon. We are leaving a spot open on the bench, one because I did not want to carry 3 goalkeepers. It is going to be Jonathan as our backup in the sticks. He's a little, no, he's not really that much better in the air. But we are kicking things off at home against Regales. And GB will hand it off to Ryan. Picked off, though, by Lionel Torqueta, immediately turning it back over. But the ball thrown forward is settled by João Enrique. Into the middle, João looking up the left wing. Ivanzinho in the corner. Plays it back around the box. Rodriguez looking for Edson Jose. Drops it down. Torqueta to Edson Jose, who clanks it off of the crossbar. It's going to go out behind for a goal kick for Regales. Clube Regales de Brazil are the away team today, and we are hoping to take advantage at home and kick things off with a win in our Serie A campaign. A wayward pass intercepted there by Waylon Jones. João Enrique throwing it in. We are unable to settle it. However, whoa. I think that happened in the box. I think we are getting a penalty here 5 minutes in. We are not. It is just outside, so within the D. And lining up to take it is Leonardo. He is so deadly with these, and this time it will deflect off of the wall and right into the hands of Kaua, who looks to roll it out to, is that Carlos Heel? Can't be. Can't be Carlos Heel. The Carlos Heel. Vienzer. Intercepted by Ivanzinho, who will put it out for a throw. We have played just over 6 minutes in this match, and so far it has been mostly Ituano. In fact, I think we're gonna take our foot off the gas a little bit. We're gonna drop things back down to positive. One other change that I did make to the tactic heading into this match, and that is Carlau and João Enrique as our center backs. They're going to be marking players more tightly. Hopefully that will prevent that leakiness that we've seen in the middle of the defense. And I feel like I'm about to be proved wrong. Ryan Dobre picks it back off of the foot of João Enrique, and João able to deal with that pretty easily, putting it out behind. 2 shots on goal to 3. We have yet to hit the target as João looks to get things started. Goal kick. Plays it in. João Enrique chests it down. He's got some time in the middle ahead. Leonardo, quick touch pass. Pereira. Rodriguez has it blocked. Turned over at the edge of the box to Vietzer. Dropping it to Michael Douglas. I loved him in Romancing the Stone. But that was not going to come to anything offensive for Regale. So far, this has been a pretty tame match, and overall a pretty tame episode. Just a couple of goals to speak of in the first match, and right now we are deadlocked 0-0, but Regales is threatening as they had the ball briefly in our zone before dropping it back into their own end. João Victor, Felipe Manuel, Vieser, Carlos Heel. Beyond the outstretched arm of João, but it's going to be a goal kick as they fail to hit the target. Something that seems to be an epidemic in this match. I was mentioning I did keep a spot open on the bench. That is because we have had a couple of injuries to our first team players, as you are well aware. Ivan Zinho, come on, you got to be better than that. That's going to earn him a yellow card, isn't it? Be nice, be nice, be nice. No, be nice, be nice. Yes. All right, he has let us off with just a warning. But a lot of the guys we've had coming through in our last couple of youth intakes, with rare exceptions, like Leonardo, just are really not ready. Our staff doesn't rate them higher than Serie D players at the moment. Macon Jones looking to go around the side to Dobre, but that will be cleared away by Leonardo. He's not going to take any chances. And right now, pretty fair to Midland for the Ituano side. Nobody really standing out. 6'7", 6'8", no 6'8", 6'7", 6'5", rating 6'6", across the board. So hopefully things will get a little better. Am I on extended highlights? That is a good question. I am. We're going to drop that down to key highlights. Speed things up a little bit, because right now a lot of those highlights are really not showing us anything that we didn't already know, and that we are just a fair to Midland side at the moment. Souza Silva. I mean, if Igor decides to straighten up and fly right, maybe, but I think that he just maybe done. I can't risk not having our best defensive player. Edson Jose on the back post. Ivan Zinho with a beautiful cross from the far side of the pitch, and Ituano finally claiming the 1-0 lead that we just feel has been coming in this match. And I know that I just said that coming off of the heels of talking about just how mediocre the team has been up to this point, but I am very happy with how things are going so far. We are finally on top, and if we can manage to hold on here at home, it'll go a good way for us to maintain safety and stay in Serie A for another year. I know it's very early in the season to be talking about things like safety, but after the season we had last year and the nail biter to the end, I was very upset. That's got to be a yellow card for Ivan Zinho. He brings down Vietzer. No, it's not. They're letting him get away with a ton of stuff. Macon Jesus playing it in. Edson Jose playing it out. Ivan Zinho waiting for support. We're going to take our time. Played up the right side. Edson Jose cuts it to his left. Torqueta back for Edson Jose. Laying it out wide. So Uza Silva looking for Rodriguez back post. He is pushed down by Michael Douglas. I mean, you're married to Kathleen Zeta-Jones, man. You shouldn't be that upset, but it looks like we are going to get a penalty early here in this second half as Rodriguez goes down. He really did sell it, and hopefully, is that Leonardo? I believe it is. Hopefully Leonardo is able to put it past the goalkeeper, which he does not. fact, Leonardo clearly frustrated by that miss, so we are going to bring on our friend Paulo Alexandre. He only made that one appearance in the Sao Paulo State Championship, but he is our vice captain now, so he is out there. Also, Manuel Rodriguez is going to come out. We're going to put in Christian Velasquez, and believe it or not, these names are coming back to me. That's what happens when you do 60 episodes of a Football Manager series. You finally, even someone with a Swiss cheese memory like myself, you finally start to remember who your players are and even get a general sense of what they can do. Arisvaldo Pereira not doing a whole lot up top. So we are going to get Paulo Otavio in there. Also, Edson Jose feeling a little bit knackered. Zhao, though, not playing well and on a yellow card, will make way for William Da Silva. I can't bring myself to putting Victorious back in there. He just had such a okay year last year. He's only 29 years old, but he is the elder statesman in this team. Paulo Otavio, what a ball into the box for Paulo Alexandre. Now, they are going to review this, but it is going to be a good goal. The referee pointing to the spot rather quickly. And Ituano with a 2-0 lead, making me look like an absolute tactical genius. We're going to waste a little bit more time, and I think we're even going to drop down to a more cautious mentality. Not that it's going to make a big bit of difference. Regales, to be perfectly honest with you, haven't really done much, even though they have maintained about 3/4 of the possession in this match. They really just... It's been garbage possession. It's been in that middle third. It's been in their own end, and we are able to hold on. Even though Leonardo does not succeed in scoring that penalty, we do hold on for a 2-0 victory. And that, my friends, will be good enough for third place right now in Serie A through match week 1, although there are 6 teams that are yet to play. A +2 goal difference. We are tied with the 2 teams ahead of us, including Gremio, and we are going to look to move forward. I am going to get my name fix back in. I literally just updated the game right before I hit record on this episode. Plus, I think we're going to go with a brand new skin for the next installment, so I hope you are here for that. Sorry for the long wait. I promise it is not going to be another 4 months before we continue this series. But season number 8? Is it season number 8? 7 or 8? It's 2033. I guess it's season number 8. Yeah, I'm going to say it's season number 8. Season number 8 of the Ituano Youth Academy Challenge is going to roll on, and I hope to see you then. Take care.